Every community, it seems, has a list of athletes that starred for their hometown high schools. The list of those whose talents translate to the next level is much more exclusive. And the air becomes extremely rare for those who reach the pinnacle and can forever be called pros. But to find the athlete whose impact transcends it all can be once in a lifetime. In the Inland Northwest, Steve Gleason's life, leadership, and lasting impact fits that bill beautifully.
He's in a position to be a hero, and he's a hero today because what life threw his way and how he's responded to it. The way he played football here at Gonzaga Prep is the same way he lives life today. I mean, he is in the moment and he is engaged.
Gleason's days at Gonzaga Prep laid the foundation for his future. He set the GSL home run record for the baseball team. He was twice the league's defensive MVP for the football team. And it was here that it was first clear his talents were matched by rare tenacity.
So when he was a junior, we played in the state semifinals and we lost. And so it was late November. We came back here to prep. It was dark out. I see this silhouette of a guy standing down here where we would practice. And I'm thinking, God, who is that? Here comes Gleason walking up, all still suited up, got his helmet on. He had just such a way about him.
With Harrington in trouble, he is sacked. Steve Gleason.
His competitive spirit was a perfect fit for Pullman, and Gleason continued his career with the Cougs.
He just played hard, he practiced hard. I mean, I remember one of the first hits I saw that he laid out a guy on a kickoff, and it was just like...
Trying to bring it upfield, oh, he's hammered. Oh, my!
No regard for his body at all.
Gleason flying in.
You had to play like him, or try to in a sense, or else it was just like, you know, what are you doing out there? So.
He played for the 1997 Rose Bowl team. In his senior season, he earned all Pac-10 honors as a linebacker, all while continuing with baseball too, starting 4 seasons for Wazoo's outfield. His uncanny leadership skills constantly on display.
You know, it's tough to describe what it is, but he had it. So he could tell when things weren't going well at practice, and he was going to get people up, and he just had a way. I bet coaches, now looking back, being a high school coach, I bet coaches could gauge things based on Steve's practice, like in terms of where's the team at today.
His next stop was the NFL, when he hooked on with the New Orleans Saints, a free agent signing in the fall of 2000.
So I was coaching at Gonzaga Prep at the time. He comes back to Spokane, helping us coach. Gets the call from New Orleans, goes down there, he's on the practice squad. It's something ridiculous, like 3 days someone gets hurt and he's playing on Monday Night Football. You know, it was literally, I think within a week, he was coaching with us at Gonzaga Prep and then playing on special teams on Monday Night Football.
It was 6 seasons after he was first signed that Gleason left an indelible mark on the city he now called home.
Look out, right through! A kick block by Steve Gleason. It is scooped and scored!
The iconic block punt led to the Saints' first touchdown in their first game in the Superdome after Hurricane Katrina devastated the city almost 2 years earlier.
When it happened, of course, we're running around the house screaming because it was Steve, but we didn't know the gravity of the moment until you've been to New Orleans and talked to people about it. It's the moment in history for Saints in New Orleans and the city itself. I've heard people say that they've never heard a sound like that inside the building, hearing those people, the exuberation or whatever the word is to say, like that moment was so pivotal for a city. I mean, so pivotal and so true to what they were as a people and what they'd been through, and that we're back. And so when it happened, it was just like, of course it was Steve. Of course it was Steve.
Gleason retired from the NFL in 2008. It was 3 years later he revealed his diagnosis of ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease. And for all that he did for his teams on the field, it's the work with Team Gleason off the field that has carried the most incredible impact. Raising awareness about ALS, working toward an end to the disease, while helping those with neuromuscular diseases and injuries live their lives to the fullest.
Just gives me goosebumps. Look at that, got goosebumps just thinking about Steve and what's happened to him and how strong a man he is and how great he turned out.
I believe Steve's done more in 6 years with ALS than probably the 50 years before. I mean, he's getting bills signed by President Obama, you know. He challenges ALS, like it's not, you know, this is gonna happen to me, but I'm gonna live with it. And this is how I'm gonna do it, through technology and through, you know, I'm gonna live with it, and that's his mission. He wants to help find a cure, but more importantly, he wants people to live their lives.
Steve Gleason, a life full of leadership with a lasting impact on the Inland Northwest and far beyond.
He doesn't care whether you're an NFL player or you're a young man going to Gonzaga Prep right now. He doesn't care. He just treats you as a human being, and he treats you with kindness. He's just got a really, really, really kind spirit.
He's that guy that has so many different circles of friends that we can all come together and share at the same time and be a part of one group, you know, with Steve. And he's a great guy.